guys, welcome to the video. So I will be talking through my recent flat rides on Sassy, and this video is from March 2nd, which was a Monday, and it is daylight. As you can see, my next clip will be at the nighttime, so this one is actually a little bit easier to see. So as you can see, previously Sassy was resisting the bit a little bit. She was a little bit more forward this day, so she can get up in the air a little bit, but she does relax throughout this video. So here I brought her back down to a sitting trot for a few strides, just to soften her a little bit. And she does start to relax. She has just always gone around hollow her entire life, so it's a very recent thing for her to start collecting a little bit more and stretching down. I mostly encourage the stretching down, and then I will try to really slowly pick her up and ask for collection. And here we will be crossing the diagonal. And I am posting again, changing my diagonal in a second. Yep. And then going across the center, and our circles and figure eights are not perfect. She requires a lot of leg to not cut corners. I've been really working on that with her, but it's something that she's always done, so I've just been trying to work at it. And she is resisting here a little bit, and then she starts to soften a little bit, and then she comes up again. She was just getting a little bit tense, and she did start to relax right there. That's really pretty. And then I think we are coming down to a sitting trot here. It's been like a week or so since I watched this clip, so I'm kind of just voicing over without like thinking about it. And then we brought her to a halt. So this is the nighttime clip, and this one is from March 9th. There was actually already like so much of a difference in Sassy's relaxation here. She is swishing her tail, and then you see she can stretch down a little bit more. It may look like she's dragging the reins out of my hands, and it kind of does happen sometimes, but I do just let her kind of stretch down and I let the reins fall through my fingers. So if you can see, Sassy does swish her tail a little bit, but her saddle fits. I already got that checked. I need to check her bit to see if there are like little sharp pieces from the happy mouth bit, because if it gets chewed too much, then it can be a little bit sharper, but it seems okay right now. But her tail swishing is because I'm putting leg on her, and she finds it difficult to kind of collect herself a little bit more and work more properly, I guess. But she is slowing down here. She was just really relaxed this day, and we did canter a little bit. You'll see that later in the video. And then I'm crossing the center right here, and she is stretching down, as you can see, and I let her stretch down on a loose rein. I'm just really impressed with how she has been lately. She has become so much softer in my hands and hasn't been bracing as much. And granted, I've been trying to work on that as a rider myself, because I used to rely on my hands a lot, and I'm slowly trying to work myself out of it. So as you can see, she is lowering her head a little bit and stretching down. I'm trying not to let her stretch down where she pulls the reins out. I'm trying to ask for a little bit more of an uphill frame, and not even like a dressage frame or anything, just trying to get her so her nose isn't on the ground completely, so she's kind of lifting her shoulders up a little bit more. And then we are, I think, circling or crossing the diagonal. Looks like we're just circling, and as you can see, she was starting to stretch down. I probably should have just let her stretch down without correcting her, but I was trying to get her to lift up a little bit more. She just likes to stretch down. She thinks it feels good, and I'm glad, because it is developing her neck muscles, which is good. And as you can see, she's softening right there a little bit. She's starting to get a little bit more consistent in her acceptance of the bit, which I really like. And I kind of like my eck in this video too. I feel like I'm not tilting forward that much, and I'm starting to be more aware of my body position. So I'm just reversing, changing directions, and getting her to move a little bit more forward. And I'm going to admit this canter transition is pretty ugly on my part, just because she wasn't expecting it. But she moved into it a lot nicer than she used to before. She used to put her head really high and go above the bit, giraffe neck it, and rush into it. But she was actually very quiet when I was cantering her around. She's actually lowering her head, responding to my half halt. She actually got really slow in this corner, which I love, because I'm starting to hopefully get her a little bit more adjustable, and I'm just really impressed with her. She started to get a little bit quick because she was excited to canter. We haven't been cantering that much, so that's why I just did a larger circle there. And then I brought her back down to the trot right here, and she was going slower, and then she started to stretch down and collect a little bit, and I went into a sitting trot just to get her to move a little bit more in a collected frame. And then she stretched down a little bit, and I'm bringing her down to a walk.